Hey, it's Carl Hovelson here, and thanks for stopping by. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to go over how to um, do a blog post and syndicate it across social media. Now, the blog that I'm working with today is the Klaatu blog with Empower Network. So I'm going to be sharing my screen here shortly, showing you how important it is to syndicate your blog posts and how important it is to actually be blogging daily. Okay, blogging daily is really, really important in pretty much everything that you're doing when it comes to business. Okay, because your business requires exposure. Okay, and the fastest way to get exposure across the internet is through blogging, because blogging provides real-time unique information. And this is what the search engine spiders, you've probably heard about those. This is what they go out in the index on a regular basis. And the more you're indexed, the further up the rankings you go, okay? And it really won't take you very long to hit like the first page of the search engines. Could be Google, could be Bing, could be Yahoo, who knows? You know, I was able to hit first page of these search engines within just a matter of days and stay there. And now, you know, you could do any kind of search on me or Empower or iPass or anything like that, and you'll see me coming up on the front page of all the search engines now. And it's all because of the way that I blog. Now, I've been blogging for years with different blog platforms, but I've only been using the Klaatu blog system now for about 7 weeks, okay? Because I just came back recently to Empower Network, and because they have such an enormously powerful blog system, okay? I mean, I thought it was powerful way back a couple of years ago when I was with them. It is completely 100% more powerful now than ever. And I don't care what business you're in, you should definitely be using this blogging platform for promoting your business. You know, you may not want to do Empower Network for whatever that reason is, but I'm telling you, you need to use the products, okay? And especially like the blog system. It's very, very powerful. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to share my screen here and show you just what I mean about how powerful this blog platform is. So let me just get up here and share the screen. Okay. Now, obviously, when you come into Empower Network, you come into the back office here. You're going to go into the products. And you go to the Klaatu blogging system. Now, they have a basic and they have a premium. And, you know, I'll tell you right now, the extra investment to get the premium is 100 times worth it, because, you know, along with that comes video hosting and an abundance amount of different premium products, such as templates, add-ons, such as InstaBuilder, and so forth. And these things are very, very powerful in order to get your blog working. Now, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to kind of show you how you can recycle blog posts. Okay. Now, you can either go out and you can write your own blog posts, or you can recycle old posts. And this is what I'm going to show you how to do today. And your blog posts don't have to be that long. You know, what is required is you need some unique information. So about a paragraph, maybe two, okay, is the minimum, okay, what you would use. And the paragraphs, again, they could be 2 or 3 sentences per paragraph. And so what you can do is you can do what a lot of people do, like video blogging, okay? Video blogging is basically having a little bit of text and then having the core amount of your information through a video, okay? And this is what is the most powerful that you could possibly do, is doing the combination of the video blogging and a bit of text blogging together. This will grab the attention of the search engines many different ways, okay? So let's just go into this right now. I'm going to go in, I'm going to show you how you can recycle an old post, okay? So I'm going to go into some of my old posts. Now, I'm doing this because, again, I was with Empower Network a couple of years ago, and I had about 300 or 400 posts back then that are 2 years old. So what I'm doing is I'm recycling a lot of my old posts Now, if you had other blogs that you might have, if you've been doing blogging in the past, go back and take some of those blog posts and go up here, and I'm going to show you what you just slightly do to change them a little bit and make them new again. Okay, so let's just go, and I'm going to go back to some of the dates. I'll just go back, let's say August 2013. Okay, so I'm going to go on, I'm going to search, and it's going to come up with a lot of my blogs that I wrote way back then. Okay, so I'm just going to scroll down, and I'm going to find here, Empower is not just about the money. Okay, so let's look at this one here. And it's funny because you know, you can take even this title here, you'll slightly modify the title that's there. Now, you know, in this case here, a lot of my videos I have are non-existent anymore on here. But I'm just going to look and see if this is one. This one might be just a little too much to modify. So let's go back and look at a different one. Okay, so we'll go back to August again. We'll do a search. I just want to find one that's gonna be kind of short. That'll be easy for us to do. Can you really be a top earner online? Let's see what that one's like. And again, you'll see that most of my posts I've all had. Okay, this is gonna be an easier one. Okay, so let's what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this information. So I'm just gonna go in here and I'm gonna copy some of this information. I'm gonna just show you just how powerful it is when you recycle one and then you use the power of the new system to put it all together. Okay, so let's go and grab this. We'll go down right to here, and then we're just going to do a little bit of rewording on this here. It's not a big post, so we're going to go back up to here, and we're going to go and add a new post. And let's put the, whoops, I put the wrong information in there, crap. Well, let's go back here again. I put that in the wrong place. Okay, add new. I'm doing this on the fly, just so you know. So this is what happens when you do things on the fly. Okay, so now we're gonna post that in there, and then we're gonna go back and modify it in a sec. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna put it in there, but we're gonna change this a little differently. We're going to go to be a top earner online. What do you need to do? Okay, so we're slightly changing the title. Okay, so that the title is a lot different than what the old one was. Okay. And right now we'll change this a little bit. I've always wondered if I could be a top earner online. Okay. You know, I think I'm going to leave that one there because you don't have to change everything. Okay. So let's look at some of this here. Well, of course, it's possible to be a top earner online. Anyone can. You just have to be in the right mindset to accomplish it. Okay. If you don't have drive, desire, focus, then really you won't accomplish much of anything in life. Okay. You know, what I'm going to do is I'm not even going to really do any modification to this. I'm going to take off some of the stuff at the bottom here. We're going to just remove all of this, okay, because it's a little bit different. And because I'm going to reword things a little bit differently down here. Okay, I'm going to put in a picture at the bottom here that I already have made for my posts. And we're going to add some other pictures to the post as well. So I'm just going to load up some of the pictures I have in here. Just got to wait for them to load. I have my own special signature picture I use. So You just have to give it a moment here because I am doing this on a Hangout, so it kind of slows things down a little bit. I just got to find out where my picture is. And see, the thing is, you don't have to keep on uploading pictures either. There it is right there. See, I have my own picture with signature and everything there. So I'm going to add a custom URL, which will be, of course, my own domain, which I'm going to put in here. This is what you would do. You'll put your domain, whatever that domain is, into there. Leave it at none, and that way, when you insert it in, it'll put it right off the side. If you do it to the left, then it'll start to wrap text around it. You don't want it to wrap anything, so you leave it for none, okay? And then if you do want to add any kind of text, well, it'll go below it, okay? So you could have like PS something down at the bottom there, whatever it is you want to add, okay? So now what we're also going to do is when you're a top earner online, you are respected to just start learning. Okay, so you know what? I have another picture that I'm going to add in here. And because I like to add pictures, and I'll show you why it's important to have certain pictures in here. It has to do with further down the text line or the blog. Okay, so I'm just going to have. Hopefully I can find the chicken one. Crossing the bridge. If not, I'll find a follow the leader one. As you can see, I got all kinds of pictures here. I'll just have to go back and look at some of these other ones I have. It's always good to have an abundance there. Great leaders. That's the one I'm going to add in there. Okay, so I'm going to add this one in here. I'm going to throw it off to the right, so allow it to do a custom wrap, okay? And I always do a URL to there. So what I'm going to do in this case here, I'm going to go to my iPass area. I'm going to grab my iPass link. This is the capture page for the total shortcut, okay? So I'm going to go down. I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to grab this link here. I'm going to copy that, go back to my post, put that in here, just like that, okay? And I'm going to insert it into the page, so you're going to see it pop up right around here someplace. Now, I'm going to shrink this just a little bit. Here, let me do it from this end. Okay, so there's a picture that I've got in there. It's already set with its link attachment. Now, here's where the real important part comes, especially when you're going to go to syndication, okay? So the one thing you want to do is you want to go on single view and you want to hide it. Unless you want this picture, I'm going to show you where to put in the set featured one. It will actually show at the top, and sometimes it can be a distraction. So what we're going to do is we're going to hide the feature. We're going to set the feature image. We're going to copy that one there, and we're going to set it in. And then what we're also going to do is for the Facebook preview, we're going to upload that same image right there, okay? Now, why are we doing this? Well, I'm going to show you in a second, okay? Actually, I'll show you right now. When you're doing your posts, okay, you're going to see that it actually does. Let me just go to the main site here. This was just one of my posts earlier today. So we already have, I have my own site that's managed to my own blog name. So you might want to be doing that. Then they show you how to do that in the back office. But one of the important things is that when you do this post, when you're doing the Facebook and the featured image, it's going to post like this on Facebook. Okay. So you're going to have that picture image beside it. You see how it makes, like with the single view right here, or the feature image right here, this is how it's going to come up on your blog. This is the feature image, okay? In Facebook, let me just go to Facebook here. You're going to see that it shows like this. See, you'll see the, I just got to scroll down to, okay, you see how it's got it there? It's got the image, and then it's got there, and then of course it's got, of course, your blog link that's attached to it, okay? So this is what it's going to look like in Facebook. If you don't put this picture, it's going to come up with the default Klaatu picture, and you really don't want that. Okay, you want to drive engagement. You want see, this is showing some motivation or inspiration. So you want to have posts that are going to be showing value. So it's either inspiration or motivation or some kind of value driven, like, you know, maybe it's a free ebook, or maybe you're trying to inspire somebody about, you know, maybe some of the money you've made. So now you've got a picture of, let's say, sometimes I'll take pictures of my my chart here, okay, of my graph, and I'll put those up and as part of the pictures. So these are the type of inspiration you want to have up there. Now, one of the other real important things you want to do is you want to have a call to action on every page, okay? Michael Martin talks about this in his trainings, and so does John Oakes, right? They both talk about this in their trainings about how you need to do that. So it's real important that, you know, you're either going to do the share or you're going to do the think, and that's where, you know, it says, well, what do you think about this post and stuff like that. So you can add any one of these or any of the shares depending on what your post is all about. Okay, so that's the big important. I'm going to just do the social share for right now on this one here. Okay, then of course you want to select the category or create the category if you don't have it. Now again, to be a top earner online, what do you need to do? So where would that go under? I would think that it would go under like mindset and personal development. So I will actually place it in both those categories. Okay, so that people can go through and see what they are. And every picture you do, you must make sure that you are hyperlinking it, okay, to the call to action, okay? It's absolutely useless if you've got a post out here and you've got no call to action on here. Now, I'm not going to do a video, so I'm going to take the video out of here. I'm going to leave it blank like this so I can always add a video later if I want to. But for right now, I'm going to leave that out. I'm just going to do a picture post. But I do highly recommend it. I think it's very, very important that you actually do a video. Do a 2 or 3 minute video briefly about what your blog post is about, okay? Because having content and video on there just makes it twice as lethal, okay? And you really want to have both effects out on your blog site. Okay, so here I've gone through and I've pretty much completed this. I'm not going to do any changes as per the post itself. Now, some people say, well, you know, if it's not going to get indexed if it's the same post that it has before. Well, that is not entirely true. Okay, because first of all, the content is coming out. I've added different pictures to it. I've made it different. Plus, I'm forcing engagement across social media, okay, which will add comments to it, which will drive the spiders back to the actual post, okay? So hopefully that is actually resonating with you right now, because, you know, blogging isn't, as long as it's your own content, there is no, you know, no one can say anything about plagiarism or anything because you wrote the post, okay? So you don't want to be taking somebody else's post and doing that. You can do your own. You can refurbish your own posts because it's your own personal content that you have, okay? Sounds like I have someone else on here with me. Welcome to the panel if you're there. I'll be with you shortly. We'll just finish up here and I'll be right with you, okay? And we'll have a chat about what I'm doing here. Okay, so you want to save your draft, okay? Always make sure you save your draft as you're going through all this, okay? And don't publish it, though, until you know everything is done. That's real important that you don't publish until you have completed everything on your blog, okay? So right now, I've just selected the categories, but I haven't done any tags yet. These tags are very important. These are your keyword tags. Okay, so you need to make sure that these you have tags that are related to your post. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go through here really quickly on here, and we're going to look for some major keywords that are in here. Okay, so we've got things like trademark, build a reputation. Okay, so we're going to do, let's just grab some of those. We're going to throw some of those in here. Okay, and believe it or not, you know, some of you might think that these keywords are not really any good that I'm putting in here. And, you know, it's amazing because the keywords are triggered if people even type in sentences and that word is part of the sentence. Okay. So, you know, you've got trademark. We've got, oops, let me spell that right. What else do we have? Top earner. Okay. Let's get on here. Top earner. Now, those are just a few that we're going to put on here. Okay. So now what we're also going to do is I have a list that I've been using over the years with used ones, so they come up. So the one thing that I'm always going to have on there is blogging. Okay. Blogging is very important to have up there. David Wood. I hit him every single time because he's a draw online. He's a powerful keyword. Empower Network. Empower. Okay. Empower Network blog. Okay. Empower Network blogging system. Okay. iPass 2. iPass. And then I'm going to have how to make money online. Okay. You're going to hit that line there. And then make money blogging. And then the last one I'm going to select is viral blogging system. Okay. Because they're all related to what I'm doing on here. Now, the last thing is, and a lot of people don't do this, but there is an SEO section here. And some people will say to do it. Some people will say not to do it. It's totally up to you what you want to do. But I will always fill that in. Okay. I've been doing it for years. It helps with my rankings. Okay. So now your keywords are going to be just like you have in here, right? All of these in here. So I'm not sure if it's going to allow me to copy them or not. Let's see if it does. I haven't never tried that before, but if it does, it works. There you go. Look at that. Okay. So although it copied the X's. So maybe that wasn't such a great thing, but actually we're going to see what happens when I let it go. Okay. And then the description, you know, I'm just going to put, I've always wanted to be a top earner online. Now, you know, that doesn't seem like much, but what does it have in it? It's got top earner. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go through, we see we've got the picture there set for Facebook. We have got the feature image that's in there. Okay. Okay. So that's done. So now we can publish. I'm just going to wait for the publish to happen. Okay, so now I know my post is published. There's another thing I'm going to cover right after this here. Actually, I'm going to go into it right now. Okay, so now we got this published here. I want to go in and I want to talk to you about the SEO settings that's down here. Okay, if you go in and you look at the SEO settings, you're going to find that the image that's here actually is the Klaatu picture. Okay. Now, if you don't follow in the post, if you don't follow what I told you to do about setting the feature image and the Facebook, it's going to put this picture in there. Okay. Whatever that picture is. You can see I've personalized my own picture in there because I want to be branding myself wherever I am posting. Everything needs to be branded. And I suggest you do the same thing. Now, you can go and get like a header like this you see right here. You can go to Fiverr for $5 and have somebody custom build a header for you. And that would be something that you want to make sure that you are posting out all the time because there's nothing more powerful than a brand. Okay. You know, if you talk Empower Network out there, Empower Network is immediately associated with David Wood and vice versa. Okay. So you want to do whatever your brand is. If you talk Amway, you say the word Amway, the first thing that comes up is the Amway logo. That's the first thing that comes to mind. You know, whether it's Jeunesse or whether it's It Works or whether it's whatever the program is out there. Okay. The moment it's branded, it's branded. And the real important thing about blogging, everyone, is that You do not want to be associated with the company. You want the company associated with you. Okay? So you want to be the brand, not the company. When I'm out there and I'm marketing the way I'm marketing, everybody associates Empower Network with me now, and me being like the authority. Okay? And that's how you want to come across in your blogging, because the moment you become the authority in your blogging, that's when your following starts to accelerate. That's when you find out that every day you go into your Facebook or your Twitter, you've got 100 new followers coming in just out of random from all over the place. And that's what happens to me every day. I have followers from everywhere coming and connecting with me. You know, up until about 3 months ago, I really wasn't doing much of the blogging and stuff like that. And since I came to Empower Network and I started doing the blogging, I had roughly somewhere around, I think, 900 friends on Facebook. And since I started blogging and sharing my content, I'm almost at 4,000. Okay. So you can see how fast and rapidly my following is happening. You know, I've gained almost 8,000 people on LinkedIn, you know, another 1,000 people on Google Plus, and my Twitter, I'm roughly getting 20 to 30 people a day connecting with me. Okay. And a lot of that has to do, I have to say, with the Twitter training that Jason and Dave did the other day, which is awesome. And I really highly recommend that any of you, if you haven't done that training, you get on it. Okay. Social media is the biggest and most effective way for you to do to build your business. Okay. It will create you hundreds and hundreds of leads and sales. Okay. I mean, we do also have the other traffic venues that we have offerings out there too, but let's face it, you know, you've got about 3 billion people that are on social media, whatever it may be, whether it's YouTube, Google, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, whatever it is. These people are everywhere, and you can tap into all kinds of niches. Okay. Don't just rely on the make money from home niches either. Tap into the bloggers, tap into the different types of bloggers. Maybe they're knitting bloggers, maybe they're fishing bloggers, maybe they're cooking bloggers, maybe whatever it is. There could be bloggers out there that are writing their own cookbooks, and they're not getting the exposure out there because they don't know how to blog properly, or running their own blog is taking way too much SEO work. Whereas this is where we have an advantage with the Klaatu blog is that our blogs are constantly SEO'd by the company. And it also helps that the company is actually helping with our rankings because of the domains that we're on. Okay, even though we're forwarding, like mine forwards to my own personal my own personal domain, okay, which is you wanted to know blogging, it doesn't matter. It's all it is that we're just forwarding it to that, or masking it to that domain, but it's actually coming off of the build your brand or whatever one of the four that you use within the Klaatu system. Okay, and this is constantly being helped SEO wise by the company. Okay, and when you've got hundreds of thousands of people using this, that's why it's driving the traffic. It's just like if you went to blogger.com. Blogger.com is getting massive traffic because it's telling everybody to use this blogging platform for free. But what happens is that they're getting all your traffic. That's the problem with a lot of these platforms, is they get their traffic and then they send the traffic to you. Whereas with the Klaatu system, you're driving the traffic to you and then through the Klaatu system. It's going the opposite way. It's seeing you first and then the company. Okay? And that's what's so beautiful and unique about what these guys have done with this Klaatu blog system. So I'm hoping that what I just shared with you here made a lot of sense. Okay? Let me go back to see who I'm with here. Allison. Allison, you there? Hello? Oh, okay, they left. Okay. So anyways, with what I shared with you there today, it should help you a lot in getting yourself syndicated. Now, the one thing I didn't do, so let me go back and share the screen there. I want to show you how I syndicate this blog out. So let's go back to that blog post, and I'm going to show you how to actually syndicate that blog. Okay, so let's go in, and we're going to view the post. Okay. So here's the real important part. Okay. So right now you're going to see that if you've filled out, of course, in your back office, you filled out your Facebook and Google Plus and Pinterest and that, you're going to be able to see. You can also see that I'm using a different plugin on the site that's allowing slide outs to come out too. But what you're going to do is you're going to click on Facebook. It's going to come up with a little window. And then you're going to see that the post is going to come up with the picture that I created. See, it's got the picture of the rooster going across and the hens following him. Okay, because this is how I want it to be shown across my Facebook. Okay, and then I'm just going to do you want to let's see, to be that leader. Okay. So we're just going to share that, and it's going to go off, and then it's going to go onto my Facebook, and I'll go and I'll check my Facebook here. It should be on my Facebook. Okay, so there you go. Do you want to be that leader? See, and now I've got my post showing on my Facebook, and again, it's syndicated out to everybody on my friends list, and whoever's attached to me is going to see that I made this post. And again, you know, when they click on it, where are they going? They're going straight back to my blog. Okay, so that's where I want everybody going. You know, as they've been saying, you know, like Dave Weber was saying on using the Twitter, you always want to drive people from your social media back to your blog. Okay, because that's where all the call to actions are. Now, maybe some of you are putting your links in here. You know, that's fine too, but you don't want to be doing that too often. First of all, some of the social media are going to get a little upset with you constantly promoting your stuff. So what you do is you redirect them to a valued site like your blog that has all kinds of valued information on it. Okay. And at that point, when they're at their blog, then of course, that's where all the information is for them to buy whatever it is you're selling. You know, at the top here, I have a video that tells them about how they need to get involved with us to get paid multiple ways, right? Then, of course, I got to join the Empower Network here. I got my blogs with all their call to action on it, okay? I've got at the bottom here another one for them to come in and get involved with the #1 marketing system and leads and sales generation, okay? And then, of course, I've got all my different blog posts that are here. And again, see how I'm showing, you know, some of the income things that I'm doing. And again, if you're going to show an income picture, make sure, again, on there you have the earnings disclaimer at the bottom of your post. Okay, even though it's on there, put it in there anyways with the link to the income disclaimer that's there. Okay, so I'm hoping that with what I shared with you here is going to make a lot of sense to you on what you need to do. Okay, so now you showed me, I showed you how to do it on Facebook. Let's go to Google Plus. We're going to do the same thing. Okay, we're going to just paste. Oops. Okay, what the heck did I call that again? Let me steal it from here. Okay. Copy. Oops. Okay. Do you want to be that leader? Okay, so I'm going to send it out to all my contacts here, and I'm sharing that out. Okay. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to do it on Pinterest. Okay, so here's my post. I'm going to pin it. And I'm just going to leave it like that. It's already got text in there. So I'm going to mindset and marketing. We'll go and throw it in there. Okay. And that's where it's off to there. Okay, so we're going to close that off. And then, of course, Twitter, right? And I'm just going to tweet it off. Okay. And again, and you know, you want to do this every day. Now, the other thing you probably want to do as well is what I would recommend is actually going and taking your post, like this is the blog here, and then going out to your get response and send it out to your list. Okay, just, you know, you can title it, you know, do you want to be a leader? Then read this, and then, you know, post in there just a brief thing saying, I wrote this today thinking about you. I thought I would share this with you. Send the link. A very, very brief thing. So let's just do that. I'll do that really quick. So I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's go to get response. Okay, so we're going to do a newsletter. And you actually, I think I copied it here. Nope, I didn't. I have the link in there. Okay, do you want to be, whoops, a leader? Not working. Okay. Watch this or read this. Okay. Actually, I'll just copy that. And I'll paste that there for there. I'm going to go to the next step. And I'm going to grab this link. Okay, we're going to go back here. We're going to go down. I don't use any of these templates. I just use the HTML code editor. I make it real simple. Okay, click on the WYSIWYG. And I'll put, I was just thinking of you today and wrote this post. Take a look and let me know what you think. Okay, and then, oops. Oh, it's not letting me do the arrow. Oh, something's going on here. Okay, so I'll just put the, whoops. There we go. There's the link there, and I will hyperlink it. And I'm going to make that a little bit bigger font. And of course, I'll put talk soon. Whoops. Oh, crap. Amazing. Okay, and I gotta change this. See what happens when you're not prepared to do things? I'm doing things all on the fly here, so that just kind of helps. Okay, and then I've got my name, and then of course I'm going to insert my picture, because you should always make sure everything is personalized and everything you're doing. Okay, and then I will add more contact information for them to be able to get a hold of me. Okay, it's always good to have all this stuff at your fingertips so that you can just send out to people. I'll always bold and italics this, and then I hyperlink this as well. Okay, so there you go. Very, very simple post, sending this out to my list. So I'll just click next, and I'll click on my leads. And then I will click next again. And of course, I'll just send it. Okay, so now I've syndicated it across all of my social media. And now I've sent it out to one of my leads lists that I have. Okay. So again, you know, I'm just showing you just some of the stuff you need to do. So I've sent it to Twitter, I've sent it to Pinterest, I've sent it to LinkedIn, and I've sent it to Facebook. Okay. So now we have this thing completely done right across the board. And that's how simple it is. Now, this took me a total of, what, about half an hour maybe, in everything from start to finish of syndicating, writing the post, and doing everything. And again, you know, I copied and I rebirthed an existing post. You know, that was a little bit longer than normal. Sometimes, you know, you can just put 2 or 3 paragraphs in there. And again, add a video. You know, if you're thinking about something today, or you just listened to an inner circle or something, and you want to talk about it, go on there and do a 2 or 3 minute video, write a couple of things down about your thoughts, about what you thought about it, and then ask people to reciprocate back. Okay? Because that's, you have those options with some of the things that are saying, you know, what are your thoughts on there? So you add one of those and you get people to comment, you know, force people to comment on it. And people will. They like to give their opinion on things. Okay? So hopefully that has helped you out on how to do a blog post, how to syndicate it, and again, sharing it. Even if you're going to share it with your lists. You know, I sometimes will even go to other lists, like, you know, I'll go to like Hercules or something, and I'll send it out through there. And it's amazing because that's like it's like a solo ad list, right? So you go out there and you send something like that, and all I'm doing is driving them to my blog. That's all I want them to do. I want them to go there. My blog will do all the work for me. Okay. And then when they click on one of those links to fill in the information, then the iPass system will do all the rest of the work for me. Okay. That's how simple it is. It's not hard. It's not rocket science, people, to get this done. All you have to do is just take the time. You got into business. You put some money down in this business to build a business income. You got to do a little bit of work. Okay. That's what this is all about. Being an entrepreneur means not that you're just going to make money and not do anything. You've got to do some of the work at the beginning. Everybody, including like Alex and Michael Martin and John Oakes and all the rest of them that are making the 6 figures, these guys started and they worked their butts off. And there's still some of them working their butts off, you know. But, you know, at the beginning, sometimes we trade time for money because maybe some people don't have the money, but they have the time. So they'll put the time in and replace. Then as you start building your income and everything, then you start trading time for money. Or money for time. Okay? So you get things like what Michael Martin and Alex Zubarev and John Oakes and Lawrence Tam and Tracy Walker and all of them do. You know what they do is they go out and they buy the traffic and they let their money do the work for them. Okay? So there's only 2 ways to do this business. Okay? In any business. It's either time for money or money for time. You choose which one you want to do. But don't think that for a minute that you can go out and make a 5 or 6 figure income without doing any kind of work whatsoever. It doesn't exist, folks. Okay? No matter how many people tell you that, it doesn't work. You have to do work out there. Okay? There's stuff you have to do. Even with some of these revenue share programs that are out there, every day you've got to go and you've got to do your 10 clicks or whatever it is. That's work. You still got to do that. There's still a few things you got to do. There's no way that you can make money online and not do anything. That's a farce. And blogging, I'm telling you, will make you an extremely big, huge amount of money. And the way this company is going into 2016, there isn't any other place I'd rather be. I don't know about you, but there is no other place I'd rather be than right here with this company. Okay, because this is something, this company here, with what they've developed, with what they have coming with Project Titan in 2016, I think it's going to blow the minds of everybody. And, you know, me being a 36-year veteran, I've been in this industry since 1979. Okay, I've been around a long time. I started when I was 17 years old. Okay, and I'm 52 now. And I love this industry to death. That's why I'm still around doing it. You know, I've been through the ups and downs like everybody else has. You know, I've made the extreme amounts of money, you know, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in a month. I know what it's like to make that kind of money. Okay. And I'm looking forward to making that kind of money again in 2016. But, you know, as I mentioned that kind of thing, you have to remember that it's all going to be based on your results, because Results are not typical in any business, okay? Results are driven by whatever efforts that you put into anything. And as long as you're consistent and you do things the way you're supposed to do, you do your blogs posts every day. You make it part of your routine. That's part of your job. That's something you have to do every single day. And a blog will take you less than an hour. Even if you're stuck and you can't think, it'll take you less than an hour, because the Klaatu blog actually gives you examples of what you can write about, okay? Whereas most people will get the writer's block and they don't have anything to remind them, where our system will come up with something. You can just type in anything: dog, cat, bird, golf, and it'll give you a subject line to write about, and it'll trigger something for you to write about, okay? Movies, whatever it is, okay? People like to hear what's going on in your life. It doesn't always have to be about business. I write about training, I write about inspiration, I write about all kinds of stuff. You know, not every one of my posts is all about business, but I'll have a call to action that's in there saying, hey, you know, want to be a blogger? This is what you can do. I make a living doing this. How would you like to, right? You can always end your blog with a statement like that. I end them all the time with different statements. Sometimes I'll say, you know, want to be a blogger? You know what? This is how I make money blogging. Okay? You know, interested in expanding your income, you know, whatever it is, you'll always have a call to action on every blog that you do. Some people will take action on it, some won't. So what? There's billions of people out there. Eventually, they're all going to come across. And a lot are going to take action and a lot won't. So hopefully this helped out today with this. I'm going to do another one on, actually, I'm not going to be doing one on New Year's Eve. I'll be back here again next Tuesday and Thursday. I do them Tuesdays and Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern. So feel free to come back and take in whatever it is that I'm sharing with you on here. And hopefully they're going to help you out in whatever direction you're going. So thanks for hanging out with me today. And I'll see you next week. Have a happy New Year. Take care.